everyone and welcome back to my channel Be Yourself. This is Dr. Rajni Sharma, and in the series of immunology we have already discussed about the history of immunology, about innate and acquired immunity, and in innate immunity we are discussing about the different components of innate immunity, of which about the anatomical barrier we already have discussed. We have seen that in spite of being present of anatomical barrier like skin and mucous membrane, how the viruses or bacteria got adapted or have applied the strategy to even grow inside our body also, or on the surface of our body. Now let us move to the next component of the innate immunity, which is the physiological barrier, which definitely means the physiology of our body, like temperature, pH and all. So let us first discuss about the temperature. Temperature is a very important factor for the growth of any type of microbes. So we know that in our case also we are comfortable at a particular temperature. Just like that, microbes also has a class of temperature beyond which they cannot grow, and below that they cannot grow. So temperature should be maintained to for the growth of microbes. As a very good example is that chickens do not develop and are not affected with the anthrax because of their high temperature. So temperature is one of the significant physiological barrier which is a component of the innate immunity. Next come is the pH. So we all know that for our body functioning we need a proper pH, as a protein can be active at a particular pH. Just like that, in our body, or as in our body, microbes also need a particular pH to grow, and if we will not provide that pH, then they will not be able to grow. So our body pH is like in stomach, our stomach pH is quite low, or we can say we are having acidic pH in our stomach, so that it inhibits the growth of microbes. But we know that the infants has a bit less low pH or less acidic in nature. That's why the infants or the small kids, very small kids, newborn, are more prone of such types of microbes. So because their pH are little bit more than the adult one, so they are mostly get affected but of what they eat. They are much prone of getting infection. Okay, so here pH is also one of the important factor which can inhibit the growth of microbes. Moving to the next, apart from these two physiology, temperature and pH, other factors are also responsible which changes the physiology of our body, or which assist to fight against the microbes of those. Complement system is one of the best example, though I am not going to discuss all about the complement system, just a small brief introduction. Suppose this round structure is bacterial cells. What do the complement system do? It make a hole inside over the surface of the bacteria, and what will happen when a hole will be there on the surface of bacteria, then the water molecules which will be around the microbes will start rushing inside the bacteria. So what will happen when anything will be filled with water, and this all happens because of the osmotic pressure, because of the excessive water intake inside the bacteria, what will happen, the cell will burst out, and because of this bursting, definitely the bacteria will be killed. Another thing what complement system do, it also invite the phagocytosis. So what will happen when it will be activated, when phagocytosis will be activated, it will engulf the bacteria and decompose into or break down into the smaller pieces, which we will discuss in our next class, which is the phagocytotic barrier. Now I have just given the small overview on the complement system. Interferon is another important component, physiological component inside our cell. Actually, interferon is a chemical which is secreted by the cells which are infected by the virus. Suppose this is a cell which is infected with the virus. I have given here the picture of coronavirus because it's day we are all well aware of the coronavirus, so I found it as the best example. So what happens, even if there will be another virus also, it is the general mechanism of the cells which is infected with the virus that they will secrete a chemical known as interferon. And the ability of interferon is that it will move toward the nearby cells and bind over that and stimulate the antiviral activity or the antiviral effect around the cells, and this will prevent the other cells to be infected by the virus. But if we will look at the mechanism of the coronavirus, I have just given the example of a virus, but we can, if we will see the mechanism of coronavirus, it is bit different. It is replicating inside our body, and it is forming a solid block, solid structure around itself because of the accumulation of the mucus over this, and it blocked the respiratory organs. So this is the reason why why the patients suffering from coronavirus feel difficulty in breathing. Now all these were about the physiological barrier. Now what happens there, apart from all these things, there are other things are also, like surface proteins are there known as collectins, which has the ability to disrupt the lipid membrane of the bacterial cell wall, and it also sometimes aggregate the bacteria at a place so that phagocytosis can occur, and it will engulf the bacteria and it will finally kill it. Other thing is that our body cells and other cells or the pathogens has different receptors on their body. So these, they have a certain pattern on their cell wall. So this pattern will be recognized by our immune system. Like in the case of phagocytosis, phagocytosis has a toll-like receptor which particularly recognize the lipopolysaccharide which is present over the bacteria, negative bacteria. And after recognizing it, what will happen? Definitely it is the role of phagocytotic bacteria, phagocytotic or macrophages to engulf the bacteria and decompose into the small pieces. So how these decompositions take place, how the cells are engulfing the bacteria and all, we will be discussing our next class, which will be about the which is also a component of innate immunity, and that is known as phagocytotic barrier of our body. So we have gone through the anatomical barrier and physiological barrier. So in our next video we will be discussing about the phagocytotic barrier. So these were all about the physiological barrier. Now we have seen that how our body temperature and pH take their responsibility to fight against the microorganisms which even enter inside our body. So it is also been advised nowadays that suppose your throat is been infected with the coronavirus, it is advised to drink hot water. I don't know how much it is effective, but as I have heard from different sources and all, if you will be drinking the hot water, what will happen? They will enter inside your stomach, and we know that because of the less pH, the bacteria or the virus will be killed out. So it is dangerous still. It is in our respiratory tract. When it will go inside our gut, we are much safer as compared when it will remain in our respiratory tract. So avoid all these things, avoid in contact with the corona, have in this lockdown period, stay safe and enjoy your life. Till then, goodbye. Don't forget to subscribe my channel so that as soon as I will be uploading the new video, you can get that.